Hello everyone, my name is Zhatt, and today we are going to be playing Banished, a game that I've been looking forward to playing for a long time, and actually been planning to release this series earlier, almost right after the game was launched, but then I decided to spend some time in game figuring out what I'm doing, so we can all have the best experience together, because the first couple of games I've played, I did horribly. I've been watching some playthroughs of other people or streams, but apparently that wasn't enough to actually get a handle of what kind of finesse you need in this game to balance your resources. But anyways, let's get right into it. Start a new game. Ooh, Mystique. That's a pretty fancy name. Let's Montautenville, Limbroom. I want a good name. I'm gonna name the entire series off of this name. So, Flower. I like a short Runnel. Runnel. The town of Runnel. Yeah, let's go with Runnel. Let's grab a nice random seed here. And we'll swing with whatever we get here. Valleys, I'll go with large terrain, because we're probably going to play this for a while. Fair, I'll leave it on fair, and with valleys, because I actually want to do a bit of designing in this series, as you probably know, instead of just straight up survival. I mean, it's going to be tough enough to expand at a decent rate without causing my economy to crash. Especially, I'm going to leave disasters on. And I'll go with you know what, we'll try hard. I was going to go with medium to get things moving, but let's make this an adventure. And start the town of Runnel. Put bets down to see how many years I last with this one town until it looks like this, everything burnt out. Use wells, people. Wells put out fires. Alright, I'll pause the game right away so we can take a look around. This is a very nice little flat area here. Got our trading river going north-south, a little lake there. Let's actually turn on our map. Got some more lakes over here for fishing, so if we expand that way, that's good. And oh, actually have a huge plot of land down here, probably good for farming. Could start maybe a little secondary town up this way. And this area looks like it'd be good for mining. A whole bunch of mines all around here. Yeah, that actually looks great. But first we need to start here. Don't want to plan too far ahead. That tiny little cart. I still want to think about where I want my town center. Probably a little lower down here, so I don't crash into these mountains and lakes right away. So I'm thinking trade depot. Actually, maybe we want to go off the lake anyways. Trade depot here, town center here, and then we just kind of expand around here. We'll have a little stream running through our town, which will be nice. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's see, actually, how big is the trade depot and where will it fit? Excuse me if I'm flipping through these menus a lot, I could lose things. Okay, that would work well here. That's actually more space than I thought. It's kind of far from our cart, and we'll need a bridge. So I think we'll have to start doing whatever we're doing over here first, and then expand over this way. But I'll keep that in mind. The reason I'm working off the trade depot first, because it becomes a pretty important part of your town when you're automating things and things are coming and going. And I kind of want to base my town off of the trading port, a market, and probably like some of the other essential buildings, like I was going to say town hall, but it's not really essential, but it's nice to have nearby, the church, that sort of thing. Thinking about putting all that right here, and then we have our group of houses all around it. I mean, we could do it over here too, but then this little hill might be in the way. Maybe just go right down here. But I like the room over this side because we're probably gonna have a lot of farms here, so yeah, we'll go with here. But first, let's deal with what we have here. Since I'm not gonna be building too much right in this immediate area, I think I'm gonna get food going right away. So we will build a food producing building. Let's build a I'm looking for a gatherer's hut because they produce a lot of food. It's not a lot of people. And just make it face this way. Put it right in front of the cart. At the beginning, I'm gonna try to minimize how far people need to walk because I mean, it looks kind of not too far from here to here, but in game they can get cold and hungry in the time that they need to walk that distance. Later on, once you have roads and coats, it's fine. But right now, whoa, I've got a weird panning bug here. Just a moment. That was strange. It kept panning to the left for no reason. Anyways, as I was saying, in the beginning, you want to keep all your resources kind of close together to make it safe for people, as well as just generally quicker to do everything. So we'll build a little temporary plot over here with the plan of moving shop over this way eventually. Maybe we'll keep this as a tiny little community here. So I should have about 4 families worth. I don't think I can check without City Hall, but I think I need 4 houses right now. And I'll probably want a 5th very shortly after. So this needs some stone and some logs in my gatherer's hut. There happens to be a ton of it right here. So let's choose to collect some stone here and this stuff. And I don't want to cut down too many trees because of the gatherer's hut, but I think I'm stuck with that. So we'll just cut down these trees here. This guy is Enith, a child just standing around, uneducated, idling, homeless. Recently just banished from his hometown for whatever bad doings he's done. I've always wondered, playing Banished, it's like, what is the reason these people have been banished? Were they all like a cult, or maybe they were swindling people out of their money? I often like to pretend that, I mean, it's like modern society and it's just over the next hill that there's a huge city like New York or something. But these people have been banished out into the woods to be Amish people, essentially. Anyways, let's speed up this game a little bit, because it's going to take forever to build just this one little hut at that speed. I can go right up to 10 times, but I like to keep it around 5 or even 2, because you can miss quite a bit. For example, these little notifications saying stone is low. I know stone is low because we're just starting. But yeah, running at fast speed can cause you to miss important notifications like running low on food or something. It also doesn't let you sort of manage workforces between the seasons. It's good to take off some like farmers in the winter, put them on other tasks. And if you're running at 10 times, it's really hard to keep up with that. Speaking of keeping track of things, I should turn on our notification window here. Sorry, that's our notification window here. Our log, as well as our just general information. We are currently in the early spring. I don't need the map right now. And I also need my assigning professions window, because we're going to need a couple builders, or 3 builders, to actually get this gatherer's hut built. And then we'll need to assign some gatherers. I'm going to turn off the resource notification because I know the resources are always going up and down. I usually just keep track of them right here. And this should go up fairly quick. Our builders. Let's actually throw some more builders on there. And start the town of Runnel going. Take a little bit more of a look around farther out here. Got a nice lake there, do some fishing. This would actually be a great fishing spot. Oh, except that there's a mountain there. So the more water you have around a fishery or a fisherman's hut, the more it produces. This is really interesting. Can I build a path along there? Does this work as a bridge? I think. Yeah, you might be able to build some sort of path along there. I don't think I'll be heading out that way anytime soon, though. Little hill here. I'm gonna try to keep some gaps, and the hills are okay too. I wish there was more trees on the hills, but I'm gonna try to preserve some of the nature around my towns so it doesn't look like just a big solid block of city. Basically, I want to have parks. Throw some gatherers in there. I'll make all 4. Food is important. And now we need housing. Now, I wonder if it'd actually be a good idea to start planning this out. Building houses over here, then moving them over there. I don't know if that's the best idea. We'll build one house here. And then I'll think about it. Because we want to keep them close. We don't want them walking back and forth too much. I mean, the cart is here. This is where they're going to be grabbing all their food. So yeah, I think I'll keep the houses here until I'm actually ready to build a, what's it called? A market where we can centralize all of our food and resource. Market is here. There we are. So one little wooden house. Build a couple more. I'll make a little community out here. I think that would be okay. Haven't really tried that yet. Got a lot of space, so we might as well use it. Can't build on top of that. Let's put this one over here. And over here. Just scatter them around. Now, we got food. The other important thing after housing, where they're going to keep their food, is firewood. Something else that they need to keep in their houses. We have a little bit of firewood from our cart here. It's already early summer. That's okay, so we have some time. So we need to start chopping trees and cutting those trees into burnable, dry pieces of wood. So I actually want to start with a forester's lodge. Probably, I find the easier way to manage your wood production instead of constantly cutting down trees. Just trying to think the best way to lay this all out, because I'm gonna want to have my, I can always move the stockpile somewhere else. I'm gonna want to have my wood cutter directly across from my stockpile. Let's not overthink this. Let's just put it here, but I'll face it. I'll face it this way, whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to have my woodcutter directly across from the stockpile to make it so that they don't have to walk very far. All the tree cutters will drop their logs in the stockpile, and the woodcutter just has to go across the street. And we are being attacked by a herd of antelope, deer, elk. I think those are elk. It's kind of hard to tell. At least it's hard to tell for me to tell. I'm sure someone else could tell me what exactly they are. I mean, the females don't have horns. Oh, they have little horns. Or are those just ears? And the males have large horns. Oh, we also have people becoming adults. Started off with children. That is one reason you're going to want some houses fairly quick, is because they're not going to start producing children without houses. Although it looks like we have everyone just kind of paired up properly anyways, so... Except for this 10-year-old living by herself. Poor Harley. But this couple should produce kids. This couple has already produced a child. And this couple should start producing kids. We got some young, strapping 20-year-olds, all banished. How come they haven't started building this? I need more logs. Of course. That's one thing I keep getting stuck on, is wondering why buildings aren't being made. Only realizing later that it's because I'm out of resource. Probably need some more stone as well. This over here is iron. I don't need it immediately, so I'm just not going to grab that just yet. I will grab this stone here. Probably want to build a fisher hut soon too, even if it will be further away. A variety of food is important. If people live off of berries and nuts for their whole life, onions, berries, mushrooms, roots, then they don't get all the vitamins that they need, and then their health will go down. I actually had one town running off of just gatherer, and I think, actually not even a gatherer, it was just fish and venison from the Hunter's Lodge, and they had 0 health pretty much. No one was dying. Everyone was still full happy, but it made me scared that if there was a disease or something, everyone would die instantly. I think our first baby was born in town. Unless I missed one. Nope. Norbitus the baby. He'll be our new mayor one day. Okay, so this is done. I will take off some of these builders. Let's get these people doing cutting and planting. probably end up doing more planting than cutting right now, but eventually we'll start getting a bit of a stockpile of logs. I think I want to move this stockpile. Where do I want my woodcutter? I see we're sort of getting a bit of a courtyard here, so I think I might just want to maintain that. Oh, we got Bart was born. Rascal. Eat my shorts. Still need, oh yeah, firewood. So this means that they're potentially going to get cold because they have no firewood. It's still the middle of autumn, so no one's freezing yet, but we need to get that woodcutter going. And he is this guy. So I'll put the stockpile between these two buildings. It doesn't need to be too large, so I'll go like... we'll make a fairly large stockpile. Basically, I'll do this. Sure, this. I'm gonna build a new stockpile. If I can find it. It's right here. And I'll put it right here. I'll leave some space. 5 by 5. And then I'll remove this one by going destruction tools, remove building, this guy, and then they'll just move everything over there. So we have 2 builders, 4 gatherers, a couple foresters. We're gonna need a wood chopper. We have 1 laborer left. I like to keep at least 2 laborers when possible sitting around, because when people die off, they'll get replaced by spare labor, and I often see like 2 people die at a time. So it's good to have a couple in there. So this is kind of stable. Let's just let them do their thing there for now, and I'm gonna start planning over here. I'm gonna start plopping down structures and then pausing them. This is where the design side comes in. So, trading post. I'm considering actually having a couple of these. I've heard that the more trading posts you have, the more traders you get, which becomes important later on. I'm gonna do anything interesting. Oh, this is facing the wrong way. There we go. And I'm gonna push this back. I could bring it right out here to save space on the land, but I think it looks better out here. I'm gonna pause that. And then, can I fit a market back here? Because I'm gonna want fairly large road here. I think this will probably be a fairly important path. What are you doing? Get back there. Don't build this. Oh, okay. They're actually not that far away. I want a market, which actually lines up quite well with the trading post. I'm not sure how these paths work. Okay, so I want this. That'll give me 2 spaces. Now, maybe... Oh, it's actually perfectly square. Never mind. Which way do I want it to face? Let's go this way. And I'll pause that. I'm gonna see if there's a couple spaces in there. Roads really don't need to be too wide, but I think they look a lot better when they are. And you know, I don't think I'm gonna plan it much further than that. I want it to look planned, but I also want it to look kind of natural. I built a town before kind of like this, but it was all basically one big old grid. This one I think I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Thinking City Hall can go back here. Maybe the church, actually, that would look really good back here. And I'll just have some houses over here, houses over here. I have a fisherman like here, and over here. We need some barns and a stockpile, and of course all of the businesses like tailor and the what are these? Production. Blacksmith is important. Tavern is kind of important. Herbalist will need. That's actually something I probably want. Herbalist and even a blacksmith. I don't really want to build a blacksmith here, so I think I'm going to start working over this way already. So we're going to need a bridge, obviously. I don't think people can get over here without a bridge, unless they end up walking all the way around. Sometimes they do that, but I think this goes right to the edge of the map. Yeah. Through the mountains. And we'll start building a new community down here. So let's get a bridge going. Wooden bridge costs 4 logs and 1 stone per unit. They're expensive when they're long, but I think this is probably going to be safe. Just pick a random spot, like right here is fine. It's going to be 24.6. I think we can afford that. Grab some more stone. And I'll chop a few more trees. I'm going to just do it selectively because I don't want to cut down the little saplings that are starting to grow. I just want the mature trees. Selective foresting. They do this in real life now, right? Only cutting down the mature trees. It's obviously more effort, but I think it works really well to maintain a forest. And we'll probably want to think about laying some road down. Actually, I can do that now. I mean, this stuff, dirt road doesn't cost anything, just time. So we'll do this. It's centered up nicely. And I can probably double it up too. And we'll leave the cart there as a centerpiece. In fact, we'll even do a full circle around it. There. It's a nice little courtyard there. That'll mark our initial beginnings. We'll have a nice little courtyard over here too. Actually, I might even build a park in here somewhere, like right here. That might look nice. Okay, so these guys should be working on that bridge. Wow, that was quick. Now I just want to be careful how I move these people over. What do I want to build first here? Houses and a market. Thing is, I don't want to build too many houses. I might actually remove a couple of these houses and put them over there. But I think I'll wait till after winter. Because that's kind of a dangerous time to be building. Actually, no. Oh, sorry. We're already through winter. It's early spring. What am I saying? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up this episode here. It might be a bit of a shorter one, but it's a good intro to what we're doing here. And I'm going to think a little bit about what my plans are here. I'm liking how this is shaping up already, though. So thanks for joining me on Banished, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you can catch all my future updates and videos that come out. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.